right, Shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite according to the Holy Bible. I come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, also to prophesy salvation of you Jews, you Israelites, man. You're the real Hebrew Israelites, the biblical Israelites of the scriptures, okay? Which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Are you the true chosen people of the Most High? Who the prophet Moses led you out of the land of Egypt, okay? Your Lord and Savior's name is not Jesus Christ, it's not Allah, it's not Yeshua, it's not Yahuwah, and all these other by names, man. All right? But before I get into my lesson, I want to start out by giving all honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honor to my elders and my apostles at Great Millstone who rule well for teaching me the truth. And salutations to the elect, Abba Yard, Shalom. Like I was going into, man. All right? The name of your father, his name is Yahweh. The name of his son is Yahweh Shai. All right? It's not Yahweh. You're not following Buddha and all of these other by names, man. Okay? But just going into my lesson, I'm going to start off talking about Esau, the so-called white man, and how he's been damaging our foods, man. All right? This damn devil got to go. All right? Who calls himself the white man? The word white means pure. These so-called white people, they're not pure, man. They're red people. Okay? They're red people. They're the biblical Edomites. All right? They're the red people of the scriptures who go around the whole world causing chaos, raping, robbing, and murdering the whole world, man. All right? Because what they're starting to do on these mainstream media platforms, all right, they're putting more of your wickedness out. You so-called white people, they're putting a lot more of your wickedness out, man. And it's going out on a higher scale. All right, so to you so-called white people, you Edomites, there's no running from your judgment. There's no running from the wickedness that you've caused to the earth, man. All right, there's no more running from it. All right, your rap sheet is too low. The scriptures say the sins have reached into the heavens. And the Lord is coming back to destroy you so-called white people. Okay? Starting with you Amalekites. The ones who call themselves the real Israelites, man. But you're not Israelites. You call yourself Israelis. All right, you just call yourself Jews. Which Jew, the word Jew just comes from the word Judah, which is the head tribe of Israel. All right? There's 12 tribes in Israel, so how you just gonna be one? How you just gonna be one tribe, man? What happened to all of the rest of them? But that's why you Amalekites. That's why y'all gotta go, man. All right? Well, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and start in the book of Thessalonians, 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." Who's the son of perdition? All right, here's a question to you so-called Christians, man. All right, because you got a lot of people out here who call themselves Christians, and they so-called know the Bible, and they know God, and they say, God know my heart, God know my heart. Well, who's the son of perdition? To you so-called Christians, and this is in the New Testament. All right, who's the son of perdition? Let's go back and read it again. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first." All right? And that falling away is pursuant to Jeremiah 17:4. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans got discontinued from your heritage. All right? The other nations started calling you other bywords and proverbs. That's why they're calling us blacks, and they're calling us Latinos, and Indians, and Native Americans, and so on and so forth. All right, because with you Jakes, man, y'all got every name under the sun except for your real biblical nationality. What's up with that? All right? But that was from Esau, the so-called white man, and these other nations, man, because they wanted to take us down and keep us oppressed. You know? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. It says, "Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition." that man of sin, Esau the so-called white man. All right, the word perdition means destruction. And that's all Esau the so-called white man does, and I can prove it right here. This is the book of Job. All right, going back to the Old Testament. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right, that's what Esau, the so-called white man, does. He covered the face of the judges, man. All right? They made King James look like a so-called white man. King James was a so-called black man. He was an Israelite. All right? He was one who put together the KJV 1611, man, which is one of the most accurate translations. That's why brothers still use it. Okay, this is one of the most accurate translations from the Hebrew and the Assyrian. Okay? Okay? This is the most accurate translation. All right, from his so-called scholars. All right, so we're using this to edify. But in any case, man, King James wasn't the only judge. All right, the most important judge was Yahushua, who the world called Jesus Christ. He saw the so-called white man in the time of the Renaissance. He covered the face of our Lord and Savior as well. All right, that's why you got Jesus Christ, a white man with long, dog, stringy hair. Okay, looking like a so-called white man. All right, our Lord and Savior was a so-called black man who sprang up from the tribe of Judah. The scriptures talk about that. All right, but that ain't the point right now. All right, we're revealing the man of sin, the son of perdition. And that's you so-called white people, man. Okay? I'm going to read it again. This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. It says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Yeah, look at this place, man. This place is all out of whack, man. All right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead into those little articles that I wrote down. All right? You decided to come out on the media, and this ain't the first time it happened, man. It ain't the first time the mainstream media has talked about how the food and the water has been poisoned, okay? And the FDA still approves of these foods that go out every single day, man. All right? You got Monsanto spreading these GMO seeds all over the place. They're taking over these farms, all right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, y'all getting poisoned out here. Really, the whole world is poisoned, man. Okay? So all your so-called fresh vegetables, like your strawberries, your kales, your broccolis, and so on and so forth, all of that shit is poison, man. All of it is poison because he's the so-called white man. Spraying all of these plants with pesticides, trying to get rid of the insects, but you're damaging the food as well, man. All right? We need to eat that food to survive, and when it gets sprayed with pesticides, we have to take that in, man. But that's the logic of Esau, the so-called white man. He wants the world in derision. All right? He wants the world broken down. Okay? He wants the world in turmoil. He's the son of perdition. Okay? It says he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? That's the nature of Esau, the so-called white man. To cover the face of the judges, man. All right? To tell the so-called Negroes, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that you are not the real Hebrew Israelites. That's the job of Esau, the so-called white man. All right? Because he's a liar. He's a devil. He's a damn deceiver. Okay? El Diablo. That's Esau, the so-called white man. His job is to deceive, to trick you. You know? Going back, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. That's what Esau, the so-called white man, does. All right, that's why you Arabs, you Africans, okay, you East Indians, and all the rest of you guys is over here because what, man? He tricked you guys, man. Starting with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? But when it says sitting in the temple of the Most High, all right, who's the temple of the Most High, man? You Israelites. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you are the true temple of the Most High. All right, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay? It says, who oppose it and exalteth himself above all that is called God. That's what the so-called white man does. All right? Anything that the most, because truth be told about you so-called white people, man, you Edomites, y'all can't leave well enough alone. All right? Y'all can't leave good enough alone, man. Anything that the Most High create, you got to go behind the Most High and so-called fix it up when all you're doing is destroying it, man. All right, the Lord set up man and woman. Why the hell we got trannies out here? All right? Why the hell we got lesbians? Why we got homosexuals out here? Why we got pedophiles out here? Because he saw the so-called white man said it was okay. All right? And the scriptures say this as well, man. Let me go ahead and get this in Isaiah. All right, because the wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees, and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. Yeah, that's Esau, the so-called white man. The scriptures say, woe unto you. That word woe means death and destruction. All right, calamity is going to fall upon the face of Edom. All right? You Hebrew Edomites. Okay? Because you have decreed unrighteous decrees, man. To tax the poor, that's an unrighteous decree. That's why you got Jake out here homeless and shit, man. All right? Y'all talking about in order to get married, you gotta bow down to your woman and put a ring on her finger and then sign a bunch of papers. All right? That's a damn trap, man. All right? That's a fucking trap. But that's what you so-called white people do, man. Y'all trap the whole world. All right? And then if your woman divorce you, if you don't get that prenup, you got to give her half of every fucking thing, man. What's up with that's a damn trap, man. That's an unrighteous decree. All right? To take pride, all right? To put confidence in the LGBTQ community, all right? That's wickedness, man. That's foul as hell. But that's the nature of you so-called white people, man. All right, the whole world is given into your hands, man, for your profit. All right? But your rule is coming down, man. You see the power structure of America is falling. All right, you got these J.C. Penney's closing down, these Victoria's Secrets closing down, and so on and so forth. All right, but I'm going to get to that in a second. All right, going back to the point. You so-called white people have decreed unrighteous decrees, man. All right? Back to the point. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 4. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, show himself that he is God. All right? Because that's what he saw the so-called white man said, man. All right? He said, I will be like the Most High. That's the mindset of these so-called white people, man. You damn devils. Y'all want to be the Most High. Y'all out here playing God. I had said last week, you got this guy Bill Gates, okay? Working with the scholars, they trying to block out the sun. All right? Because, hey, we feel these strange weather patterns, man. All right, every summer it gets hotter. Every winter it gets colder. All right, these weather patterns is jacked up, man. And that's because of you so-called white people, man. All the damn chemtrails in the air. All right. All this damn black smoke going up and so on and so forth. You damaging the atmosphere, man. Okay? But again, that's what you so-called white people were set up to do. All right? And that's why you got to get punished for it. Because y'all went overboard. All right? But that was the point on that. Let me go ahead and get this. In the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 20. It says, nay, but O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? Yeah, man. That's the nature of you so-called white people. Which y'all putting our people into, man. Because now you got you so-called, now we got so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, God's chosen people, talking back to the Most High. Oh, God can't do nothing for me. God can't help me, and so on and so forth. All right? Now we got our people in that mindset. But that's the nature of you so-called white people, you Edomites. All right? Romans 9 and 20. It says, nay, but oh man, who art thou that repliest against the Most High? Yeah, who the hell are you, man? Who the hell are you, Esau, the so-called white man, to reply against the Most High? To go back and try to sweep up the Most High's creations, man. All right? And you so-called white people are out of your minds, man. And that's just what it is. Okay? It says, shall the thing formed say to him that formed it, why hast thou made me thus? That's what you so-called white people do. God, why did you make me like this? And y'all go against the Most High because you're not happy with who you are, which you shouldn't be. Because you so-called white people, you're natural-born slaves, man. You're supposed to be our slaves. You're supposed to be in chains right now, and which you will be in the upcoming days. Because when the Lord comes back, it's over for you so-called white people, man. Okay? Verse 21, Romans 9 and 21. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? Yeah, man. You got 2/3 of our people, and Esau, the so-called white man, and the heathen are there, the vessels of dishonor. Because look at your actions. Once again, you're out here polluting the air, polluting the food, okay, just destroying everything. 2/3 of our people want to subscribe to wickedness, want to be out here trainees, okay? They neglecting their children, all right? That's 2/3 of our own people, man. So your vessels unto dishonor. If you don't follow the Most High, follow the words of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right? The end of you is destruction, total destruction, man. Okay? And just to prove that, let me go ahead and get this in the book of 1 Peter, chapter 4, verse 17. All right, 1 Peter 4 and 17. It says, for the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? All right, and the answer to that is total death and destruction, man. Okay? Judgment is beginning at you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So now we're knowing this, what are you going to do? Are you going to continue in your wickedness and your folly? Okay, indulge in darkness? Or are you going to repent and get right? All right, because the time, hey, that time is coming, man. All right, that time is right here upon us. It's time for our people to wake up to who they are, man. It's time to get out of black culture. We're not black people. You're not Hispanics. You're not Indians. You're not Spits, niggas, and so on and so forth. You're Hebrew Israelites. All right, kings and princesses of the earth, man. We come out and tell Jake that the world is ours, and what Jake do? Nah, I don't believe that. I can't be a king. Because our people got low self-esteem, man, and that's whack as hell. All right? I'm going to read it again. 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God. Yeah, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, judgment is starting at you. All right, at us. What shall... Slakia. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? All right? So what's going to happen to you? Are you vessels of dishonor if you don't get right? You're going to die, man. All right? Because, hey, the grace period is closing. The doors of repentance and mercy is closing, man. So now is the time. You know? Get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding while you still can. All right? Stop acting like a vessel of dishonor. It's time to get right, man. Okay? And that's all Jake talk about in the world. I'm just trying to get my mind right, man. I'm just trying to get right. Because, hey, that's the mindset of our people, man. To be right is to be righteous, man. To be good. Okay? To be holy. All right? But you got 2/3, they're not going to repent. Okay? Let me jump back to that Romans. This is the book of Romans, chapter 9. Verse 21. It says, have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? All right. So the Most High set everything up as he was supposed to. All right. We got the righteous of our people and we got the wicked of our people. All right. We have heathens. We got each other so-called white men. All right. Vessels unto dishonor, man. And that's because that's all the so-called white man is about, man. Total dishonor, total destruction, man. All right. He's a rebellious man. Making 2/3 of our people and keeping them in that rebellious mindset. All right? Rebellion is an act of war. That's just unto the sin of witchcraft to the Most High, man. So when you tell the Most High, hell no, we won't go, you talking against the Most High, man. And that's what 2/3 did, and that's what 2/3 is doing. Okay? Verse 22, it says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Yeah, man. It says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering? Yeah, because the Lord is long suffering, man. So it don't look like the Most High is doing anything now, but the Most High is long suffering. All right? So what you so-called Negroes, what you so-called white people, all right, because that's what I'm really getting on right now. What y'all thinking, oh, the Lord doesn't see what I'm doing. All right? Y'all go into these little places that don't have windows and so on and so forth, thinking that the Most High don't see y'all's asses, man. The Most High see everything. The Lord got angels all around you, man. All right, watching you in your wickedness. Okay? The Lord is long-suffering. The Lord waiting to see how much more wickedness you're going to accomplish before he come back and bite you, man. All right? And you so-called white people, y'all going to reap what you have sown. Okay? It says, what if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure with much long-suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction? Yeah, man. The Lord just letting your rhapsody build right on up so he can come back and have even more of a reason to be justified in killing you off, man. Okay? Verse 23. And that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory. Okay? Because that's what the Most High going to do. All right, we are those vessels of glory, those vessels of honor that the Most High is going to raise up. Okay? And we gonna get busy on you so-called white people, man, you devils. Who went out and deceived the whole world. Started with our people, man, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the real Hebrew Israelites. All right? The Lord got to see you for your works, so-called white man. Okay? But that was the point on that. Let me go ahead and get this. In the book, jumping back to Isaiah, all right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 47. Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. It says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Yeah, man. Because that's America, okay? The daughter of the Chaldeans, the tender and the delicate one, the virgin daughter of Babylon, okay? That's America today. That's America right now, all right? And when it says come and sit in the ground, sit in the dust, meaning what? This place is going down, bro. And it's about time you realize that. Look at this place. It's weakening every single day. Trillions of dollars in debt. All right? The U.S. national debt ceiling is so damn high. All right? It's all the way in the trillions, man. Maybe even beyond that. Who knows? Okay? It says, sit on the ground. There is no throne. O daughter of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the, yeah, thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate, because America was so-called great at one point. Okay? Things was cheap. Everybody was living their best life and so on and so forth. Well, you so-called white people was living your best life. Okay? All the nations coming over here to live off of the fat of the land. All right, that the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans built, that we built. Okay? America was in its fullness at one point. But now America's going down. And you people are under the strong delusion because you don't see it. All right? Verse 2, Isaiah 47:2. It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Meaning what? We got to expose this place, man. All right, slavery, the devil's punch bowls. All right, the martial law, the pedophilia. Okay, all of this raven wickedness going on in America, man. We got to expose it, man. Okay? We got to lift up the skirt on this dirty whore, man. Because America is filthy. Okay? So we're exposing America for what it really is, man. America means bitter. And this place is bitter, man. Look at all of these so-called holidays, man. There ain't been no spirit in this place lately. For the past few years. Okay? The spirit in America is failing. The vintage is failing. All right, this place is going down. There will be no throne. The so-called white man is coming out of rulership. All right? I'm going to read it again. Isaiah 47:2. It says, take the millstones and grind meal. Uncover thy locks. Make bare the leg. Uncover the thigh. Pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Yeah, that's in the words of the Lord, man. Because when Yahweh shall come back, he's not going to meet everybody as the lowly Yahweh Shah that was on the scene over 2,000 years ago. Now, when Yahweh Shah comes back, he's coming back with a pure vengeance, man. He's coming back as a pure angelic force. All right? And it's going to be at the pinnacle of his glory, man. All right? He's going to be travailing he's going to be traveling in his greatness, man. Okay? That day is coming very soon. All right? It's time you so-called white people realize, man, you're not the true chosen people. We are. All right? It says, I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man, because the Lord talked about how the day of vengeance is in his heart. All right? Which means his mind, man. Going back to the Hebrew word lav. All right? And that day is coming. Because slavery to the Lord only happened like yesterday, man. All right? So the Lord didn't forget about nothing you so-called white people did, man. All right? The scriptures talk about, matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get it. Because sentence against his evil work is not executed speedily, right? Let me get this in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8, verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Yeah, that's the nature of Esau, the so-called white man. Oh, God forgot about slavery. He forgot about the sex trafficking with the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. God forgot about the buck breaking of our men, the ravishing of our women, all right? Cutting the fetus out of our pregnant women's bellies. The so-called white man said, oh, the Most High forgot about all of that, so now we can run around wicked and do whatever the hell we want. Hell no, man. That's why the Lord got to come back and destroy you so-called white people, man. Because you think you're going to get away with it, but you're not, man. All right? The Lord said, I require that which is past. Okay? Slavery wasn't all that long ago. Slavery's still going on today, man. It's more psychological. All right, but it's still going on. Okay? I'm going to read it again. Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. Because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High, which fear before him. Like I said earlier, man, these so-called white people think they can get away with any and everything. All right? They think just because the Most High didn't come back right away and punish them for their wrongdoings, that it gives them more of an opportunity to do even more wicked, man, and do greater wickedness. Okay? Hey, and your days is prolonged. Like you got this guy, David Rockefeller, who supposedly died. I don't believe the dude dead. All right, but let's just say he is dead. Okay, lived up until 90-something, had fucking 7 heart transplants. All right, his days was prolonged. Okay, and it's the same thing for these Rothschilds, the rest of these Rockefellers. All right, these Gettys, these DuPonts, and the rest of them. The Illuminati. All right. It says, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear the Most High. Yeah, man, the elect. Because we see all of this wickedness going on. All right? But that's what's going to be well with us, because we doing our best to be righteous, man. We striving for perfection. Okay? So it's going to be well with the ones that fear Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But it's not going to sit well with the wicked. Okay? Yeah, that's the spirit. Verse 13, it says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. And not just not for Esau, the so-called white man, that's for that's for you Israelites as well, man. You TD Jakes, you Creflo Dollars, okay? You Nates, Yohannas, the Box, all right? And all of the rest of you wicked ass guys, man. All right, who prophesy wickedness unto 2/3, which is your job anyway, but you get the point, okay? It says, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow. Yeah, that word shadow, it represents an illusion. Because it looked like, yeah, you just going on forever. You can do whatever you want, all right? But that's just an illusion, all right? And that's what Yahweh Shem Shah did. He sent a strong delusion, a strong darkness on this world, man. That's why you people keep trying to chase that American dream that you're never gonna fucking get, man. Ain't no such thing as the American dream. All right, everybody in debt. How about that, man? Except for these damn 1%ers. All right, they got all the gold, man. They got all the gold, all the resources in the world to fix world hunger and fix this place up. All right, but they want it for themselves, man. Look on the Georgia Guidestones. All right, one of them little laws up there that they want to put into place with this whole New World Order that's not going to come to pass. They want to maintain the population under 500 million. Hey, who art thou that replies against the Most High? All right, that's the nature of you so-called white people, man. All right, who the hell are you to talk about the world is overpopulated? How the hell is the earth overpopulated, man? The Most High decides that. Okay? But that's exactly why you so-called white people got to get taken out of power. You know? That was the point on that. Jumping back to Isaiah chapter 47, verse 4. It says, as for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel, not the Holy One of Edom, not the Holy One of Elam, not the Holy One of Ishmael, the Holy One of Israel. Okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Yashar Allah. You are the true chosen people. Okay? The Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the Father in the name of the Son. That's our Redeemer, man. All right? He's coming back to save us, man. Save the elect. Okay? Verse 5, Isaiah 47:5. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O daughter of the Chaldeans. But thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. Once again, everybody loved America at one point, man. Oh, America's so great. It's the greatest country on earth. So on and so forth. Because America got so many wicked ass philosophies, man. And you people are fucking vain. That's why you love America. That's why you can't get out of the mindset of America. You want to be an American person. Okay? Hey, America's going down, man. Can you receive it? Can you believe it? All right, the scripture said gross darkness has covered the earth, man. It says, sit thou silent and get thee into darkness. All right, darkness, into ignorance, into destruction. It says, O daughter of the Chaldeans, that thou shalt no more be called the lady of kingdoms. Verse 6, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancients hast thou verily, so like it very heavily laid the yoke. Yeah, that yoke of iron, man. All right, that bondage, that slavery. Because the Most High was wroth with his people, but rightfully so. Because we was disobeying the law, statutes, and the commandments. All right, even until this very day. All right? But that's why the elect, starting off with the elect, we're going to be saved by grace and by mercy, man. And by faith. Okay, by the faith that we have in Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's what we can get saved off of. Okay? It says, I was wroth with my people. I have polluted mine inheritance. Yeah, to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you ask why you in the position that you in, why you going through what you're going through. The Most High did it to you. Because you being all wicked as hell, man. All right? The Most High had every reason in destroying our people the way he did, man. His people the way he did, man. But the Most High about to restore his people. We're about to be in rulership again. Okay? Verse 7. It says, and thou saidest, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to heart, neither didst remember the latter end of it. Yeah, man. You so-called white people, y'all think y'all not going to be in adversity. You think you're not going to get touched by the Most High. The Most High about to put hands on you and destroy you, man. All right? And rightfully so. Look at what the hell he did to the earth. All right? It's defiled, man. It's defiled. Okay? It says, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart. Yeah, meaning you didn't keep it in your mind that the Most High was going to come back and visit you for all of your iniquities, man. Okay? You thought it was okay to pollute the food, the water, the air, and sincerely thought you was going to, hey, the pride of thine heart had deceived thee, man. How about that? Okay? The pride of thine heart had deceived thee. Going out to you so-called white people because you're proud, man. Okay? What do you crackers call yourselves? Proud Americans, right? You're proud Americans, you're arrogant. Okay, you're arrogant as hell, you're lofty. Okay? Oppression is an easy thing for you, man. For you so-called white people, you speak, the scripture says you speak loftily of oppression. It's a light thing to keep the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in slavery. All right, trodden under your foot. It's an easy thing for you. It's an easy thing for you to talk about how bad you're going to tax the poor, man. That's light work for you so-called white people. That's why you got to fucking go, Esau. Okay? Verse 8. It says, therefore, hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that sayest in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. That's the mindset of these so-called white people, man. I'm not going to be in adversity. I'm going to be all right. Okay? I'm not going to experience the loss of my sons and my daughters. Okay? The scriptures say your riches are corrupt. Everything that you so-called white people got is vain, man. Because you trust in it. All right? It's vanity, man. It's nothing. Okay? Like I said, man, and you so-called white people, y'all so proud, man. You glorify yourself as an eagle, just like the Romans did. Just like the Romans did, man. Okay? They used that eagle. All right? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get that, man. In the book of Obadiah. All right, it's only one chapter. So this is Obadiah. You know what? I'm gonna start at verse 3. All right. This is the nature of Esau, the so-called white man. This is y'all right here. Obadiah, verse 3. It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" That's what you so-called white people say, man. When you exalt yourself as the eagle. All right, the eagle is a proud bird. It's a predatory bird, man. Now, why in the hell would a predatory bird have to worry about anybody coming and devouring it? It shouldn't have to. All right, it's a bird of prey. That's what you so-called white people glorify yourselves as, man, as the eagle, overseeing everything. Okay? You're predators. All right? It says, "The pride of thine heart have deceived thee." Yeah, man. You was fooled by your own arrogance. You so-called white people. It says, "Thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock." Okay, Petra. You know, Mount Seir. Because a while back, you so-called white people, y'all was cavemen. All right? Since y'all like to talk about evolution so much, you so-called white people, y'all was the original cavemen. Okay? Because you're beasts. All right? Going back to Genesis, the 25th chapter, Esau. All right, Esau came out red all over like a hairy garment. All right, that's your so-called white people. All right, the name Esau is Ashashua, which means wasted away is he. You so-called white people, you have no pigmentation. That's why your blood protrudes through your skin. All right, that's why you're called the red people of the earth. You're not white, you're red. That's you so-called white people, man. You're red people. All right? You was living in rocks, man. You was living in Mount Seir. Over there in Europe. Okay? Cave beasts. All right, Jake. Hey, Jake had to show you so-called white people how to walk. Because y'all was all on all fours and shit, man. You're degenerate beasts, man. Okay? It says, "Whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" Yeah, because these so-called white people, they got these damn satellites all in space, in the atmosphere, watching, overseeing everything. Okay? And you got Donald Trump talking about militarizing space, a damn Star Wars program, and so on and so forth. All right, you got movies like Elysium. All right, where Esau, the so-called white man, trying to make these habitations in outer space to try to flee the earth. Hey, you ain't getting away from the earth, man. Okay? It came out a while back. All of those space explorations was fake, man. Okay? Talk about you can walk on the moon and so on. You can't walk on the damn moon, man. The moon has its own light. The moon will burn your ass up. But that's the pride of you so-called white people, man. Saying you got the first man, the first woman on the moon and so on and so forth. That's all BS, man. All right? You so-called white people are full of it. And anybody who still believes in the so-called white man, you full of it too, man. You just as bad. Okay? Verse 4. Obadiah, verse 4. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself," which is the point, "though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." Yeah, man. The Lord gonna shut everything down, man. The Lord gonna shut down the whole operation of you so-called white people. Okay? By way of World War III, which is upon us. All right? All you people out here still sitting in darkness, hey, you better wake up, man. If you can, if you can receive it. All right? We're in the midst of World War III right now. And it's about to intensify. All right, the Bible talks about 200 million missiles hitting this place, man. shaking the whole world. Okay? It says, this will I bring thee down, saith the Lord. Yeah, Yahweh Shemashah is about to bring down the power structure of this place, man. By way of 200 million intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs. Okay? And that's the way it's going to happen. World War III is upon us. All right? Let me see what else I can get off of this, man. Eat a little bit. Verse 8. I'm gonna just jump down to verse 8, man. This is Obadiah, verse 8. It says, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Yeah, that's what Yahweh Shemashah is doing right now, man. All right, taking out the so-called wise men of Edom, of Esau, so-called white people. Okay? The ones who talk about the earth is flat, everybody come from Africa. Okay? The moon doesn't have its own light. All right? Being a trans and being gay is okay. All right, GMOs are okay, and so on and so forth. All right? Yahweh Shemashah has perverted the minds of these so-called white people, man. You know? Verse 9. It says, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. Yeah, oh, let me go ahead. Hey, that lines up perfectly with this. Let me go ahead and jump to this. Because again, man, you so-called white people really think you ain't gonna get touched, man. This is what you're really thinking. Because you're so proud. You can't see yourselves going down. But that's why you're scared of Jake, man. That's why you so-called white people are scared of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Okay? That's why you got Jake getting gunned down in the street, man. You so-called white people are scared of the Israelites. You're afraid of us. You're terrified. You don't want us to be in power. All right? But going back to the point about how the mount of Esau is going to be cut off by slaughter, right? This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 21. All right, this is in the Bible. It says, prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Okay? And that day is coming. So the Lord is saying, what? Prepare slaughter for his children. All right? There's a great judgment getting prepped up in heaven right now, man. All right? The Lord is about to flex. He's about to totally flex on this place, man. On you so-called white people. All right? It says what? Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Yeah, man. These Christopher Columbuses, these Cesare Borgias, okay? And all of the rest of these wicked-ass Edomites. All right, who the world was given to. Who covered the faces of the judges. Okay? Who raped, robbed, and murdered the whole land. Who keeping the nation of Israel in oppression. The Lord is coming for you and your forefathers, your great-grandmammy, okay? Your great-grandpapa, it don't matter, man. And you so-called white people, y'all gotta get cut off by way of slaughter. It's only justifiable, man. Okay? That's the only way the world is gonna gain its peace back. All right? We need blood. We demand blood. All right? Verse 22, Isaiah 14 and 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name, and remnant, and son and nephew, saith the Lord. Yeah, that's what's about to happen, man. We're swing back to Malachi. I believe it's the 4th chapter, man. Or it's the 1st chapter, man. Talk about how Esau gonna talk about he's gonna build up. The Lord said he's gonna throw down, man. Anything you so-called white people try to restore, okay, the Lord just gonna throw this shit right back down, man. All right? Hey, the so-called white man, hey, after the Lord come back, you so-called white people ain't allowed to rule no more, man. You ain't doing it right. All right, the Israelites gotta show you how it's done. We the Lord's chosen people. We gotta show you how things are supposed to be. Okay? We're going to be at the pinnacle of our power. That day is coming soon. All right, whether you people want to receive it or not. Yes, Jake, you're going to be a God again. All right? It says it cut off from Babylon the name. America will be no more. This place is going to be a total desert, man. It's going to be desolate. Okay? It says, verse 23, Isaiah 14 and 23. It says, I will also make it a possession for the bitter and pools of water. And I will sweep it with the bosom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. Yeah, it's going to be a bloodbath in this place, man. All right, total destruction on every corner, on all sides. All right? Verse 24, the Lord of hosts have sworn, saying, surely as I have thought, so shall it come to pass. And as I have purposed, so shall it stand. And that's the point, man. It's going to stand. The words of the Lord is always going to stand, man. Okay? Just so you people know. All right, like Biggie said, if you don't know, now you know, man. All right? Yahweh Shema Shah is going to make it happen, man. The scriptures say, I change not. All right? That was the point on it. Like I said, man, by way of World War III, this whole place is going down, man. Okay? Because the second world is past. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and get that. This is the book of Revelation. Yeah, this is the book of Revelation, chapter 11, verse 14. Revelation 11 and 14. It says the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. That third woe is talking about the third world's war. Okay? Where all the nations, all the kingdoms of this world is gonna have a war, man. Okay? To fight over the land of Israel. Okay? It's gonna be a great war, man. The third world's war is upon us. All right, so that's why we keep coming out and stressing to you. Now's the time to get right. Now more than ever before. All right, you don't want to get caught up in this destruction. All right, destruction is upon you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You saw the so-called white man, you East Indians, you Africans, you Arabs. All right, the whole, hey, it's about to be World War III, man. All right, pains and sorrows is going to cover you on every side. All right, I'm going to read it again. Revelation 11 and 14, the second woe was past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, World War III is right around the corner, man. All right, they're about to bring on martial law. Why do you think all these Walmarts are shutting down? Because they creating FEMA camps, man. And they're ready to snatch you jakes up and throw you in them. Matter of fact, just a while back, you had it in South Carolina, I forget which part. They started snatching up homeless jakes on the street, okay, and started throwing them in FEMA camps, man. All right? Now, the article said that they was disappearing and so forth, and they would put them in nice little shelters and so on and so forth. But nah, man, they were snatching them jakes up and throwing them in these FEMA camps, man. These Walmarts that closed down. Hey, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices, man. We know what Esau, the so-called white man, is doing to our people. Okay? And the Lord is about to come back and rescue us, man. Deliver us from this hell, man. That's why we keep trying to tell you, Jakes, it's important not to be comfortable in this place, man. All right? This is not our rest. Pursuing the Micah 2 and 10. This ain't our home, man. All right? Our home is in Zion. All right? The Most High is going to bring us back to our homeland. If this is our home, then a war wouldn't be breaking out right now. All right? Let me get this in the book of Matthew. That's why you see all these strange calamities coming on. The wars and the rumors of wars, these volcanoes erupting, these earthquakes happening, all right, these damn tsunamis, these hurricanes, and so on and so forth. That's why all of these sorrows are going on. Because, this age is coming to an end. Who the world calls Jesus Christ is coming back to visit this place. To bring back the captivity of his people. All right, to take us out of captivity, man. To break all these damn contracts that we didn't off to Esau, the so-called white man. All right? Let me get this in the book of Matthew, chapter 24. And I'm going to start at verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of war. And this is Yahushua speaking, who the world calls Christ. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. So Yahushua, talking to the disciples at the time on the scene, man, really talking to the elect, he was telling us not to be troubled, man. All right, going back to Isaiah 33 and 6, wisdom and knowledge is going to be the stability of our time. So now that we have the knowledge that a war is coming into play, all right, that certain brothers might get thrown in the FEMA camps. All right, certain brothers might get snatched up by these Gurkha troops. All right, these UN soldiers and so on and so forth. All right, we got to remain humble, man. We got to be with Sophia, with this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay? So Yahushua, he told us not to fret, man. Hey, don't worry about it. The end is not yet. But all these things, they got to come to pass. All right? Matthew 24, verse 7. It says, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All right? Like I was mentioning earlier, a bunch of earthquakes and volcanoes are erupting all over the world. All right? You got Venezuela in this food crisis right now. Okay, but hey, Venezuela is through, man. Okay? Brazil is through. All right? Central America, South America is through, man. Okay? They're going through their damn garbages, searching for food. They're still trying to buy for rotten meat. All right? These places are through. Okay? The currency don't matter no more. It's out of effect. All right? Now who are you to think that that same thing that they're going through right now is not going to hit America? It's coming over here, man. It's coming over here. The hyperinflation, starvation. Okay? And a lot of people, y'all gonna be out here eating y'all children. That's what you're gonna do. Okay? Y'all gonna take the mark of the beast. All right, that microchip. Pursuing the Revelation, the 13th chapter. Okay? And you ain't gonna know how to live with yourself, man. All right? It says, for nation shall rise against nation. Yeah, that's why you got Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un. Okay, and Donald Trump. All of them ready to go to war, man. All right? It was this article that came out today. It talked about how China is ready to make nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, man. All right, so these little warplanes carrying nuclear bombs, man. All right, hey, this war is going to be terrifying. You people are going to bug the hell out because you won't have Sophia at that time. Because y'all think it's a game right now. All right, war is coming to hit this place. The Lord is coming back to smite America, man, to smite Babylon. Okay? Against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. Verse 8, Matthew 24 and 8. All these are the beginning of sorrows. And that's all it is, man. These are the beginning of bad times. All right? Perilous times. Okay? But these prophecies, it's inevitable, man. All right? All of this stuff that has to come to pass. That has to happen. All right, pursuant to this right here. This is the time we're moving into. This is the book of Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, verse 7. It says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Okay? Yeah, Jacob's trouble, the hour of Jacob's trouble is going to be a time like none other before that has ever hit the face of the world, man. Okay? It's going to be a terrifying time. And not only Jacob, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we ain't the only ones who are going to be catching hell. It's the whole world, man. Because the whole world, all of these nations had a part to play in the destruction of our people. All right? So the whole world got to feel Jacob's trouble. Pains and sorrows on every side, man. Trouble on every side, man. All right? The scriptures say, men's hearts shall melt. Meaning your mind is going to be messed up. Your hands is going to be feeble. Your knees gonna be weak, man. Okay? A lot of you men out here, y'all gonna be acting like women. Like a woman in travail. You're gonna be screaming and hooting and hollering like a woman having a child. That's how bad it's gonna be out here. Alright? It says, so that none is like us, like it. Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it.